This video is sponsored by Ultimate Guard, but even long before this channel was sponsored by Ultimate Guard, they were always my #1 choice when it comes to sleeves or deck boxes. Pick up Ultimate Guard products at your local game store or order them on Amazon. Link down below. Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by longtime Patreon supporter Brett. Huge thanks to Brett and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Brett reached out asking for an aggro deck led by Evelyn the Covetous, and I was more than happy to build that for him. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Evelyn the Covetous is a 5-mana 2/5 legendary vampire rogue with flash. When she or another vampire enters the battlefield under our control, we exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter on it. Once each turn, we may play a card from exile with a collection counter on it if it was exiled by an ability we control, and we may spend mana as though it were any color to cast it. The two things every commander deck wants to do are ramp and draw cards, so when you have a commander who does one of those, you're in luck. And, assuming we put a vampire at every turn, we're drawing 4 cards a turn. Now, our commander also cares about vampires, so what are we going to do about those creatures we cast from our opponent's decks? Not to worry, dear viewer, I've got you covered. Oh, one more thing before I forget. Brett prefers his decks to be in the $400 to $500 budget range. I know that's too expensive for some of you, but others like playing at that power level, so be nice. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One more quick note before we get started. If you're looking for a unique gift for that special someone this holiday season, you should check out these lovely 3D printed deck boxes over on Etsy. The creator is wonderful to work with and ships the deck boxes quickly, so please go check him out. After the video, of course. Our lands consist of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, 3 Tree City, Path of Ancestry, Cavern of Souls, Polluted Delta, Bloodstained Mire, Scalding Tarn, Misty Rainforest, Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills, Xander's Lounge, Watery Grave, Blood Crypt, Steam Vents, Morphic Pool, Luxury Suite, Training Center, Shipwreck Marsh, Haunted Ridge, Storm-Carved Coast, Undercity Sewers, Raucous Theater, Thundering Falls, Bajuka Bog, 3 Islands, 5 Swamps, and 3 Mountains. Not too shabby. For mana ramp, we've got Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Indulgence, Talisman of Creativity, Dimir Signet, Rakdos Signet, Izzet Signet, Mind Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Decanter of Endless Water, Gilded Lotus, Black Market Connections, and Herald's Horn. Not a lot of on-theme ramp, but that's okay. Staples are staples for a reason. Our card advantage package consists of Chardfoyer Warp Space, Champion of Dusk, Bloodline Necromancer, Vanquisher's Banner, Florian Voldaran Scion, Preacher of the Schism, Corpse Appraiser, Olivia Crimson Bride, Crossway Troublemakers, Null Priest of Oblivion, Phyrexian Arena, The Immortal Sun, Twilight Prophet, and Queensbay Paladin. Gotta dig through our deck as well as our opponent's decks. For interaction and spot removal, we're running Withering Torment, Patron of the Vein, Midnight Arsonist, Abrade, Negate, Counterspell, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Bedevil, Dreadbore, Chaos Warp, Rakdos Charm, and Feed the Swarm. Gotta keep our opponents in line somehow. To reset the board, we've got Olivia's Wrath, Cyclonic Rift, and Blasphemous Act. Love those one-sided board wipes. The core of our deck consists of Stromkirk Captain, Cordial Vampire, Markov Baron, Sanctum Seeker, Vampire Socialite, Bloodline Keeper, Captivating Vampire, Malakir Blood Witch, Anji Maid of Dishonor, Creeping Bloodsucker, Draena Liberator of Malakir, Callous Blood Mage, Streffen Marrer Progenitor, and Vito Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Supporting our plan, we've also got Leyline of Transformation, Reflections of Litjara, Panharmonicon, Dusk Legion Sergeant, Displacer Kitten, and Ghostly Flicker. No, we're not a Flicker deck, but we have a ton of great creatures with powerful end of the battlefield triggers, so doubling or tripling those triggers is always the right move. Now that we have our deck list, we can compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 36 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 14 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 12 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bajuka Bog and Rakdos Charm. 1 sudden I win card in Sanctum Seeker. Sanctum Seeker is absurd, if you have enough vampires, of course. But if we also have a Vito on board, swinging out at a single player could kill them if we throw all of our triggers at that player. The fun part about a deck like this is we are simple and powerful. We cast vampires, attack with vampires, flicker vampires for extra end of the battlefield triggers, and just generally enjoy life. And with the ability to play our opponent's cards, every game will be unique and interesting. Do you have an Evelyn the Covetous deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Dana. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Nazwin, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William, Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Travis, Naffy, Sean, and Michael. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Dana.